שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו. ספרו בגויים כבודו, בכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל האלוהים, כי כל אלוהי העמים עלילים, ואדוני שמיים עשה, הוד והדר לפניו, עוז ותפארת במקדשו. ישמחו השמיים ותעגל הארץ ירעם. And all of those who join online, but at least of Beit David and Beit Emmanuel, I invite Nontando Hadebe online to recite Psalm 57 for us. Psalm ascribed for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The week runs so fast, you know.
Psalm.
Looking first. Adonai malach tagel haaretz ישמחו איים רבים, ענן וערפל סביביו, צדק ומשפט מכון כיסו. אוהבי אדוני שנאו רע, שומר נפשות חסידיו, מיד רשעים ירצילם. אור זרוע לצדיק ולישרי לב שמחה. שמחו צדיקים באדוני והודו לזכר קודשו. You know that the speed of light is faster than the speed of sound. When we have light, but not yet the sound. It's normal. When we are trying to establish connection, it's better to be together. We are trying to establish connection, it's better to be together and not on a distance. But thank you to those who join to us, not just from Johannesburg, but from all over the world. So we endure sometimes. Okay, we thank Nontando. At least we saw her and we read the psalm, and thanks to her for recording it for us. We continue with the Psalm 98. Psalm ascribed for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Already Thursday. Gail, thank you.
Page 133. A song. Sing to God a new song, for you have worked wonders. Your right hand, your holy arm have won you victory. Eternal One, you have shown your victory, displayed your justice in the sight of the nations. You were mindful of your love and faithfulness toward the house of Israel. All the ends of the earth beheld the victory of our God. Raise a shout to God, all the earth, break into joyous songs of praise. Sing praise to God with the lyre and melodious song. With trumpets and the blast of the horn, raise a shout before God the ruler. Let the sea and all within it thunder, the world and its inhabitants. Let the rivers clap their hands, the mountains sing joyously together at the presence of the Eternal One. For God is coming to rule the earth. God will rule the world justly and its peoples with equity.
Thank you. I invite Michelle Goodman now to recite the psalm ascribed for the next day, which is closer and closer to Shabbat. Why do we have this letter? Why do we have it? Why do we, before coming to this contemplation of Shabbat, remember the week that passed? Because we want to be aware, because we want to reestablish the connection and to connect each day one with another. Sometimes we get up, we do our work, and we're so tired in the evening that we come and we simply shut down, and then we get up and it's the next day already. It's not always giving us enough time to reflect. Not enough time to reflect. But every day is unique. Not every day of the week, but every day of our life is unique. And this is what we're trying to reestablish. We're trying to build at least 7 days that passed and think and understand, why is this unique? Michelle, please.
Page 135. God enthroned on cherubim is sovereign. Peoples tremble, the earth quakes. God is great in Zion and exalted above all peoples. They praise your name as great and awesome. God is holy. Mighty ruler who loves justice, it was you who established equity. You who worked righteous judgment in Jacob. Exalt the eternal our God and bow down to God's footstool. God is holy. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu, v'hishtakavu lahar kodsho, ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu.
We're on page 136, almost Shabbat. You know, there are days that look like lyrics to a song. It's just not the music, it's only the text. Some days are much better, and you almost sing on them. Let all the days be worth of becoming a song. Havu l'Adonai b'nei Elim, havu l'Adonai kavod va'oz, havu l'Adonai kevod shemo, ishtachavu l'Adonai behadrat kodesh. Kol Adonai al hamayim, el hakavod yir'im. Adonai, Adonai, al mayim rabim. Kol Adonai b'koach, kol Adonai behadar. Kol Adonai shover arzim, vayeshaber Adonai et arzei halvanon. וירקידם כמו עגל לבנון וסיריון כמו בין רעמים. כל אדוני חוצב להבות אש, כל אדוני יכיל מדבר, יכיל אדוני מדבר קדש. כל אדוני יחולל איילות, ויחשוף יערות, ובהיכלו כולו אומר, אומר, אומר כבוד. אדוני אל המבול ישב, וישב אדוני מלך לעולם. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. את עמו, את עמו, את עמו בשלום. Now we welcome the bride, Shabbat. We welcome it as a bride. It's the answer to all our concerns of the week. It's a time when we can switch off all our concerns, at least most of them, and try to think and to find what is perfect in our world. What did we achieve for the week, for the month, for the year that passed? Isn't it amazing? Isn't it unique that we're giving such an opportunity? And we are having additional soul coming into us, as our tradition says. We are having additional soul to what we had during the whole week. That's why we feel different. And if we don't feel, then we have to find out and to feel it within us. It's an additional soul coming. It's the bride coming. It's Shabbat day. And we welcome it with pride, and we welcome it as befits when welcoming the Queen. So at the last verse, please stand up and face this symbolic door from where it always comes. It just chose it, we don't know why. Lecha Dodi, page 138.
Lecha Dodi, lekat kala, v'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha Dodi, lekat kala, v'nei Shabbat nekavela. Shamor v'sachor b'dibur echad, hishmi'anu el hamiuchad. Adonai echad u'shmo echad, l'shem letiferet v'lithilah. Lecha Dodi, livrat kala, v'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha Dodi, livrat kala, v'nei Shabbat nekavela. Edar b'kodesh nora tehilot osef ele, nora tehilot osef ele. Malechutecha ra'u banecha, bokei hayam livnei Moshe u'Miriam. Ze Eli anu ve'amru, ze Ali anu ve'aham. Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed.
ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. Amen. That's why we definitely, it was not, you know, that in temples, in shuls, we now sing. It was not always that we were singing so much in the shul. In a progressive world, we rediscovered it and we use it very often. In the Orthodox shuls, we probably won't see anyone singing so much, or if we will sing, it will be just men to sing. But we're singing together, and this is because there are different songs made for men and songs made for women. And the song of the sea that was sung just now, it was probably the same melody, probably the same. Probably where there it started. Maybe it was a different melody, but we definitely were singing it together. And this is important. We acknowledged God. We acknowledged that we are saved, that we are redeemed, that we are taken out of very serious and very concerning circumstances. It happened not only once in our life. It happened also later in our history. It happened while the Israel kingdom was one entity. Then when it parted into two. Then after it was ruined. After the first temple, after the second temple. While after, during the history, we made a lot of songs, and we need to sing them together, because the songs is our way of giving thanks to God. We're the people, lehodot, Yehudim, this is us. We are to praise God, to acknowledge what we're thankful for. This is why we sing. And we definitely sing men and women together. It was meant so. We are about to recite very actual second blessing after reading the Shema, which we recite only in the evening. In the morning we would recite only one. In the evening there are two. And this one is related to a very liminal moment in our life that we don't often think about at this moment. It's the sleep. And sleep was considered 1/60 of death by our rabbis in the past. This is because we don't have any control over our body, and we don't know if we will come back in a way. Every night is a liminal time. But we are reciting this blessing not just because of this, not because we are concerned so much about the next day. We're reciting it also for the sake of the future, because we want peace, because there is Shabbat coming tomorrow, and we want peace, not just in our heart, but in our heart with regard to what happens there in Israel now, and with regard to what happens with Jews around the world now. It's not all right. It's not all right. So every time we read the word peace, when we recite it together, when we recite the blessing about peace, related to peace together, this is our unified call to re-establish this peace. So let's recite it together in Hebrew. Yashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך ותקננו בעצה טובה מלפניך והושיענו למען שמך הגן בעדינו, guide us with your good counsel, shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings, defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine and sorrow, distance us from wrongdoing. This is just as we have to be cautious here, cautious. Just as with the war, just with the famine, we have to beware of ourselves in a way. Beware of our own actions. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and coming to life and to peace evermore. Baruch Ata Adonai, הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים. And the people of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat throughout the ages as a covenant for all time. It is a sign for all time between me and the people of Israel, for in 6 days God made heaven and earth, and on the 7th day God ceased from work and was refreshed.
ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
To Amidah, to the prayer which is called 18 blessings because it contains 19 blessings, as everything has a mystery, our tradition and our people's history. Amidah is a time when we share secrets not about God, but rather with God. So it's a time for our own contemplation about the week that passed, about our lives, about all the questions. But on Shabbat we're told not to make petitions. Our Amidah on Shabbat is shorter. It does not have all the petitions that are in there. This is why is this? Because we always want something, even if we have Shabbat, when we think about perfection, we are told not to ask, but to gratefully accept what we have, to discover, to think again about what we have, why we are happy, why it is good, even if not everything is good. So, just as a kavanah, as the plain, as a intention for our today's prayers, yes, we remember about Israel. We remember, but let's remember it in a good way. Let's remember the people and how greatly they are consolidated now. Let's remember how powerful is the army of Israel. How powerful is the Jewish community worldwide. How close are we to each other, how much we feel, and how much we can help. And also let's remember that this week we read Lech Lecha, the chapter of the Torah, telling about the very beginning of our story. It's a very long story, and it starts with Abraham, who was told, Lech Lecha, go. It literally means, Lech Lecha means literally, or go yourself, like go. Or go to yourself, Lecha. So let us turn inwards now and think of the final result, because what is important is not how we achieve, but what we achieve in the end. Let's think about the final result, and from then God will give us the ways to achieve it. Talking about Israel, talking about our own security, talking about whatever we need. Amidah, page 164, please join.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'Elohei moteinu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarai Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואמהות, ומביא גאולה לפני בניהם למען שמו באהבה, מלך עושה ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה.
אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה הכל אתה, רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מזריח השמש ומוריד הטל. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ולחנים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומדומה לה, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישוע ונאמן עד החיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. You set aside the seventh day for your name, the pinnacle of creation, and you blessed it above all other days, more sacred than all festival times. So it is written in your Torah, the heaven and the earth were finished and all their array. On the seventh day God finished the work that God has been doing, and God ceased on the seventh day from all the work that had been done. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it God ceased from making all the work of creation. אלוהינו ואלוהי ברכתנו, רצה במנחתנו, קדשנו במצוותיך, ותן חלקנו בתורתך, ספנו מטובך, ושמחנו בשועתך, ותאחד ליבנו לעובדך באמת, והנחילנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה וברצון שבת קודשך, וינוחו בה ישראל מקדשי שמך, ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Say Adonai Eloheinu Be'amcha Yisrael Utehilatam Be'ava Tegaber Utehileratzon Tamid Avodat Yisrael Israel.